Good morning, boys and girls. And good morning, boys and girls watching. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, boys and girls. Class, stand. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. Oh, I love that we can start our day saying good morning to each other. I'm glad that you are here. And boys and girls watching, I'm glad you are watching and with us today. You may be seated. I have a fun story for you today. We love when Amber Lamb comes to school, and she has a new story for us today. But look at Amber Lamb. Look at her face right here. What is right there in her face, Mila? What is that? Do you see it right there coming down her cheek? What is it? Stand and tell me. Crying. She is. She's crying. She's got a tear on her face. Cyrus, why do you think she might have a tear on her face? Stand and tell me. Well, if you had tears coming down your face, what would that mean? You were what? Well, would you be happy? No. You'd be what? Sad. Yes, you would be sad. I wonder if that's what's wrong with Amber. Let's find out what is wrong with Amber today. Let's look at our picture. And do you see her friend right here? This is Lolly Lop-Ears. Say hi, Lolly Lop-Ears. Hi, Lop-Ears. Well, let's find out what's going on with Amber. That makes me sad that Amber has a tear in her eye. If you saw somebody that you knew that had a tear in their eye, would that make you sad? Would you want to know what's going on with your friend? Why was your friend so sad? Let's find out. It was playtime at preschool, and Amber Lamb and her bunny friend Lolly Lop-Ears were playing on the swings in the schoolyard. I can swing higher than you, Lolly said to Amber. No, you can't, Amber said. Amber began pumping her feet back and forth. Have you ever swung on the swing, and the more you pump your feet back and forth, you keep going higher and higher and higher? Well, Amber began pumping her feet back and forth to make her swing go higher. Lolly did the same thing. Amber was trying so hard to beat Lolly that she did not really notice how high the swing was going. Suddenly, Amber looked down. It was really high. The ground seemed a long way away. The swing was going so higher and faster than Amber had ever gone before. She felt scared and began to cry. Her friend Button Bear heard Amber. He wanted to help her stop, but he knew he could not run in front of the swings or behind. Yes, you are right. You could get hurt. That's right. Because he might get hit by the swing. Quickly, Button called, "Drag your feet on the ground, Amber." He kept talking to Amber until she began to stop. "I win," said Lolly. "You're a baby, Amber. You can't even swing high." "I'm not a baby," Amber yelled as she wiped the tear from her face. "Baby, baby," Lolly sang in a teasing voice. "It's okay, Amber," Button Bear said softly. "I don't think you're a baby." Oh, was Lolly Lop-Ears being very kind? No. Button Bear, you are listening. You're being very attentive. Boys and girls watching, did you pick up on that too, that Button Bear was being kind? Oh. Amber began to cry all over again because some of the boys and girls heard Lolly and they began to say baby, baby too. "Stop saying that," Button Bear said loudly to others. "Amber is our friend. Why are you being mean to her and making her feel bad?" Oh, were they making good choices? No, they were letting Lolly Lop-Ears decide what they were going to do. They were not making good choices. We've talked about that before. We've talked about how, when Adam and Eve, they had a choice to make, didn't they? And did they make a good choice? No, they didn't make a good choice. They could have told that serpent no. And what happened? They ended up with a what? a consequence. And now Lolly Lopears wasn't making a good choice because she wasn't being kind. And then Angelina, all of those friends were not being kind. Oh, so sad. They had not thought about that they were hurting Amber's feelings. Lolly felt ashamed too, but she did not want to admit it. Amber cried like a baby, Lolly said. She was scared when she swung so high. So what? Button Bear said. Everybody gets scared once in a while. When the rain comes down, we get scared, don't we? Sometimes when we have those big rainstorms, it gets us a little bit scared. But you know what? God's watching over us. He's taking good care of us. We don't have to be scared. And if we're on the swing and we're swinging too high, or we climb up on the big slide and we get up so high that when we look down, it kind of can be scary, but we don't have to be afraid. So what? Button Bear said. Everybody gets scared once in a while. That doesn't make them a baby. Calling people's names is mean, and as sticking them with a pin. Have you ever got stuck by a pin before? Does that hurt? It does. And so does calling names. That hurts too when somebody calls you a name. Amber thought that sounded so silly that she began to giggle. She wiped the rest of the tears from her face and she just kept giggling. So Button Bear and the others began to laugh too, even Lolly Lopears. I'm sorry, Amber, Lolly said when she caught her breath. I should not have called you names. That was very mean. And Amber said, I forgive you. Amber replied, let's swing again, okay? They played on the swings until playtime ended, and not once did anyone call someone else a name. Ephesians 4:32, that's found in the Bible, Ephesians. Be ye kind one to another. Oh, Jonathan knew that verse. Be kind. Let's be kind today to our friends. If somebody gets hurt, we're going to pick them up. If we're trying to get in the line and somebody's right there, you're going to let them in front of you. You're going to be kind today. If you're playing with toys, you're going to be kind and share. That's being kind. You know, you can be kind to your teacher by listening and not making any noises and not playing. That's how you can be kind to your teacher. I hope today that you're going to be kind. Be ye kind one to another. Oh, I like that. Boys and girls watching, I hope you're going to be kind today too. I hope you remember that when we call people names, that hurts, just like getting stuck with a pin. So be kind. Make good choices today. Be more like Button Bear today and not like Lolly Lopears, but I'm glad that Amber chose to be kind back. She could have been mean to Lolly Lopears for being mean to her, but she wasn't mean back. She said, I forgive you. If somebody does something wrong to you and they say, I'm sorry, you can say, I forgive you, and that will make it better. I hope you're going to be kind today. I'm going to watch today to see who's being kind. Boys and girls watching, I'm going to watch to see who's going to be kind today. Say that word with me again. Kind. I hope you're going to be kind today, one to another.